Hello lovely people, welcome to the Geek, I am Pendulum. Welcome to the Guild 3, which is a sort of role-playing game, economy game and life simulator game, which they've all rolled up into one and set in ye olde medieval times. It's a bit like The Sims, but in medieval times. So think The Sims, but with peasants and the plague and all that kind of stuff. So the idea is that we take control of a character, we have a career, we have a family, and we create a dynasty to carry on our career stuff when the older characters die, because the older characters do die off, which is why you have dynasties. So the idea sort of is that you go from rags to riches, if you like. You start off relatively poor and then you work your way up to a position of power if you do well. So there's going to be trading and level ups and building and resource management and medieval brawls and all that kind of fun stuff, and I thought it looked really quite interesting. Currently, this is in early access, and we know the deal with early access by now. Of course we do, so it's not finished. There might be bugs, there might be glitches, all that kind of stuff. There is a link to the Steam store page in the video description if you want to go and check out the game page. And I was gifted this game by someone who wishes to remain anonymous, which is absolutely fine, but thank you very much. You know who you are. That was very kind of you, so thank you so much. And just before we begin, I have never played any guild games before. This is all new to me. It's a whole new world. It's a whole new game series. So if you are an experienced guild player, then I apologise in advance for the many stupid things that I am no doubt going to do. And the first thing we have to do is pick where we would like our story to take place. Where do we want our dynasty to hopefully flourish? And there are quite a lot of different options. Now, some I have heard of and some I have not. I've never heard of Magdeburg, Augsburg, or the brilliantly named Heligoland, which just sounds made up. Where is Heligoland? It belongs to Denmark now. Okay, right, so it's over that part of the world. It just sounds made up. I have heard of, however, London, Warsaw, Paris, Vienna. I think what we'll do is we shall set up shop in London. It makes sense. I'm in the UK. London's in the UK. That makes perfect sense. Built by the Romans on the banks of the River Thames, the City of London has remained the focus and pivotal point of most of the big events in the Kingdom of England. Under the guiding hand of its sovereigns, the Lord Mayors of London, the city continued to grow and prosper and established lucrative trading relationships with the cities of Cambridge and Winchester, as well as with the far distant cities of Hamburg, Bruges and Paris. So that last bit is quite interesting, because as part of what we do in the game, we set up a shop or a series of shops and we sell things, and it would be good to be able to make use of these lucrative trade relationships, which are mentioned here, with the cities of Cambridge and Winchester, as well as Hamburg, Bruges and Paris. That is very, very good indeed. So maybe at some point we need to make use of those trade options. And these here are the game settings. So the number of opponents, we will just leave it on the default. So there are going to be 10 other dynasties that are going to be competing against us. Well, a maximum of 10, it says. So I don't know how the game determines that, but a maximum of 10 other people that are going to be trying to do the same as what we're doing. Difficulty level of normal, that seems fair. 4 years per round seems to make sense. I think that controls, yes, there we go. How many years will pass when a round is over? This will mainly affect how fast the characters in the game age and how fast your children reach a playable age. So we will do 4 years because that's the default. Do all the other ones default to 4 years? Yeah, that seems like the default option. So we'll leave it as that. That's fine. And the game mode determines how you start. And I like this. There's two options. There's Poor Fellow or Career Mode. I mean, I like the fact that Poor Fellow is called Poor Fellow. That's very good. As Poor Fellow, you start with just a few coins and bearing the lowest title in a village. You have to work hard to earn money and may one day earn the title of a citizen, which will entitle you to move into the city. I like that. You start off as the lowest of the low. You're on the lowest rung of the ladder. You're not even on the ladder. There's not even a ladder for you to climb on. You've got to go and build the ladder first. So that's very tempting. I like that. Career mode means you're already a citizen and you have a house in the city. That I kind of think removes half the challenge. We're going to go for Poor Fellow. We're going to start off with nothing very much, and we're just going to have to work our way up and try and become somebody of prominence. And then the family campaign is essentially the win conditions. So this one here, become a sovereign. If you become a sovereign with one of your dynasty members and hold the position for one full round, then you will win the game. And the game ends. This one down here, there's warmongers, you can be a trader. What we're going to do is we're going to put it onto a free game. We're just going to play the game how we like, because I've never played it before. I don't want to try to be rushing toward a goal. I just want to go in and play it and have a bit of fun. So essentially, this is sandbox mode. So we shall put it on free game, and I think we're ready to go. And we reach character creation. Okay, so we've got a number of things. We've got a name, we've got a family sort of crest, we've got ourselves our skills, we've got to pick what we look like, and we've got to pick our abilities as well. Oh my goodness me. Right, first things first, I think let's sort out the name, because Jacob Fairfax, it sounds like a noble fellow, but no, we're not going to be called Jacob Fairfax. We need to change that name immediately. So, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce you to Bernard Cupboard. There he is. Hello, Bernard. Can you wave? I don't think you can, Bernard. You can swivel on the spot, but you can't wave. There you go. Pretend he's waving. So, yes, this is Bernard Cupboard of the Cupboard Dynasty. And I like that. I like the fact that the Cupboards are going to have a long and successful, well, hopefully, a long and successful dynasty all over London, and they shall become significant, and the Cupboard family will be an important London family. I like that idea. So, yes, hello, Bernard. Next job, pick our skill. There's 4 sort of primary skills, and these branch out into other areas. So if we start at the end here, this is a rogue. I don't fancy being a rogue. These are naughty folks. These are troublemakers. They're robbers and thieves and pickpockets and all that kind of stuff. And I don't fancy being one of those. They just sound like troublemakers and generally unpleasant folks. I know we won't be one of those. We could go down the route of handicraft. So this is making things like, you start off with iron and planks and torches, but you can go and make weapons and armor and all that kind of stuff. And eventually you can specialize in one of these fields. You could be a smith, a carpenter, a stonemason, or a tailor. That could be interesting. We could go and be a herbalist. Now this I do like the idea of, simply because of this, because you can make tea. It's herb tea, it's not a proper cup of tea, but it's nice, it's a cup of tea, it will do the job. People might accuse you of witchcraft a little bit, but that's interesting, I suppose. This leads on to being sort of a clever person to do with doctors. You could be a doctor, or you could be a scribe or something like that. But I think what we're going to go for, as much as I'd love to do this and get the tea, we're going to go for an old medieval classic. We're going to go down the route of agriculture. We're going to go and be a farmer, because I like the idea of that. We're going to work the land. We start off having a little croft. We can make barley. We can grow wheat. We can go grab buckets of water. And the good thing about being in the agriculture tree is that eventually you can branch out into either bakery, so you can have windmills and then make bread, or, more excitingly, and this is what I think we might go for, you can open taverns. So we could have a load of cupboard taverns all over London, which I just like the idea of that. I love the idea of just having lots and lots of cupboard taverns scattered all over the place that are selling, well, hopefully they can sell tea. That'd be great. I'm not entirely sure what we can get them to sell. If not, they'll probably be selling beer and meat, which just sounds marvellous. Now I think we need to change the family crest. Now the family crest, when you change it, changes the picture up here. It also changes the colour bit of this garment just here. There was one that I saw that was particularly amusing. Hang on, can I find it? Where is it? Where is it? It was very funny. It made me chuckle. That one. Why would you want this as your family crest? That's just not welcoming, is it? Hey, do you want to go around the cupboards? Are they the one with the family crest with a skull on it? No, I'll pass, thank you. Tell them I'm washing my hair. So, you'd never have that. I did see one that was quite nice. It was a little tree. There we go. A little tree, because we're farmers. That seems to make sense. So, we're growing stuff. We're toiling the land. Trees are going to grow out of it. We're going to have, orchards. That looks like a sort of a fruit tree to me. So maybe we'll have orchards. I'm not sure. But that seems good. This colour's not quite as vibrant as I would like, but it's fine. It'll do the job. It'll do the job. And now we get to pick what we look like. So let's have a little medal with this. So character size 1. Character size, I see. This is wonderful. Character size 2. Character size, we're having character size 3. You are not afraid of having a little bit of the stuff you're growing. And do you know what? Hats off to you. Fair play. That's a wonderful thing right there. Okay, face. Can we zoom in? Oh, we can zoom in. Hello. Right, face 1, face 2. I quite like, can you look up a bit? There you go. I like that. I like the beardy look. He's called Bernard. Bernard and his beard. Bernard's beard. That seems to work quite well. No, I don't like the look of that. Don't like the look of that. No. Or a little bit. No, do you know what? We're going to go full on big beard. And then clothing wise. Okay, so what can we go for here? So number 2. Oh, Bernard. Oh, that is very dashing, Bernard. Oh, it's a beautiful look right there. I love the hair, Bernard. Let's flick through. Oh, that looks a little bit more refined. It's not really the look of a farmer, I would say. That's more the look of a trader or a merchant. Oh no, I've changed his face. Hang on, back you go. Right, clothing for... I like the little hat. That's very good. Clothing 5. That, I quite like that for a farmer. I like that. I like the fact that he's wearing a cardigan. Oh, that's very good. Yeah, there you go. You look at your hands. Yep, you've still got them. And you've got a cardigan as well. Lovely. Okay, right. Change it. I don't know what that is. You've got a little bandana on. That's not the most flattering. That's kind of just like the previous one, but you're wearing a kind of rag over your shoulders. And that one, oh, you're wearing some furs and you've got a bowl cut. No, thank you. That's not for me. Or back to number 1. Do you know what? I quite liked that one. That looks kind of farmery. I like that look. Yeah, let's go for that with you. So you've got nothing on your head, which is a bit of a shame. I wouldn't mind you getting having a hat. Maybe we could buy you a nice hat. But yeah, let's go for that, Bernard. That is a good look for you. And the final thing is to distribute our points down here. Now, I think, can we reset them? No, we can't. So they've all been set to 3. So if we just reduce them to... Oh, we can't reduce them to 0. Okay, we can reduce them to 1. So I would say we need quite a few points in charisma. Charisma is important when you want to talk to people. And you do a lot of talking to people in this game. So let's put that up to 4. Perception, I think, is to do with combat. Hopefully we won't be too involved in doing any fighting. We'll leave that at 1. We can always level these up as we play the game. Intelligence would be good to have as 2. Dexterity at least 2 and strength at least 2. Now strength is also linked to endurance. And because we're going to be working in the fields very hard, I think we might want to put a few extra points in strength. So let's notch that up to 4. Maybe a point of intelligence would not go amiss, just to make us a little bit brighter. And then maybe an extra point of strength as well. An extra point, just to make us super, super hardy as we're working in the fields. I think we're done. I think Bernard Cupboard is ready to begin his big adventure. And there he is. So we are in the game and there is Bernard stood outside his house. Now, one thing that's weird in this game is that there is a pause. And you press pause, like that one, and it pauses everything. So you can't do anything in the game. So you can't select any options. You can't queue anything up. So it's a bit of an odd thing. We have to slow time down to what's called slow-mo, which is an absolute crawl. So there we go. That is how fast people move in slow-mo. So it's not quite paused, but it's pretty much nearly there. So let's take a look at what's going on. It's very pretty around here. It's a very pretty place indeed. Look how lovely it is. There's lots of nice trees, lots of little sort of little buildings and farmsteads. There's a nice church. St. Benedict's Church is over there. We've got ourselves a little market here. There's all sorts of detailed stuff in the market as well. Some urns, some drinking things, barrels. There's some tools and a little wheel there. That's armor. There's some stuff over here. This is good. There's some chickens and some potions. You come here. This is the chicken and potion and cabbage seller. Obviously very important in medieval times. Nobody ever went to buy a chicken and a cabbage without picking up a potion on the way. So, I mean, there's a lot of detail going on. There's a lot of lovely stuff going on. We are over here. This is our house. So this is all we've got at the moment. We've got this little tiny farmhouse, which I think is called Bedsit. Now, everything has a name, and I think the farmhouse that we've got, so our house is called Bedsit, which makes perfect sense. And this here is a guard. I think those red lines are the sort of the guard's awareness. So something nefarious was going on within these kind of red rings. The guard would do something about it, but we are obviously not doing anything. We're actually literally not doing anything. We just stood staring off into space. It's very pretty. Look, there's lots of lovely things. I mean, okay, we zoomed in there and the grass faded away. But look, there's a cow. Hello, cow. Or a bull. It's a bull even. There you go. Nice fields and stuff. And the map is quite big. It's quite a big world. So this is a little village that we are in. If we angle the thing round, London is all the way over there. So this is London. I mean, it's quite some way off. We're in a little village. There's all these villages over here. I don't remember quite so many mountains being around the edge of London, but never mind. There we go. We've levelled them off in the times. It's the medieval times. So there's villages over here. Look, there's a thing going on over here. There's a grove over there. And there's some settlements over here. Look, another little market square over this way. This is Brixton. That is Brixton. Oh, hang on. Where are we then? Where are we? Oh, that looks a little bit more built up. Where are we? We're over here. What's our place? Maidstone. Okay, right. So we're in Maidstone, which is in Kent, I believe. And then if we go to London itself, London looks very fancy. A little bit of lag going on there. So all the houses here are nicer. They've got proper, timbers, and they've got tiled roofs and stuff. It looks very nice round here. Our goal is to get here. One day we shall live here. We'll have a fancy house here, and we'll have some shops here or whatever. We'll have something round here, and it'll all be very nice. But the minute it's all a bit distant from us, and it's quite big. I mean, it's quite a big area. And then across the other side of London, there's more villages. There's more stuff going on. There's a quarry thing, and there's more stuff going on. So it's not just our village and then the big town. There's other stuff as well. So it's quite a big world. If we go back to our place over in the corner, what's that there? Oh, that's the long-distance trading route to Winchester. Okay, right, interesting, noted. So if we go back over to here, what can we see on the screen? We've got ourselves, up here, 2,500 gold and 100 influence. And that's all we start with. We start with 2,500 gold, 100 influence, and our little house here. We're on our own, we've got no shop, we've got no employees, we've got no nothing. So it will make sense to actually get something produced. So let's build something, shall we? So the first thing we need to do is build stuff. And we can currently build a croft. That's it. We can't build anything else. Now, in time, we'll be able to build a farm and then an estate farm. We need certain levels of those of skills. We'll come to that soon. And then again, we can get these food preparation things done. So we'll be able to build more exciting things. But right now, that's all we can build. That's all we can build. So let's get ourselves a little croft and we can get ourselves some crops underway. So, okay, they want to call it the roving ploughboy. That's quite good. That's actually quite good. I quite like the roving ploughboy. That's not a bad name. However, it doesn't really fit with our character. So I think we're going to call it cupboard crops because that describes what it does. It's growing crops and it's part of the cupboard dynasty. I can't put spaces in and there is a reason for that. We'll come to that momentarily. But yeah, I can't put a space in. It doesn't let me. I can put the cursor there and press space and it does something else in the game, which we'll look at in a moment, but it doesn't put a space in the actual name. So never mind, it can be cupboard crops. You have to say it very, very quick. So yes, we would like to build cupboard crops and now we need to build it somewhere. It's quite big. It's quite a big structure. So where can we build it? The market is just there. I'd like to get it as near to the market as we could. That's quite a good place for it. That is a very good place for it. Can we pop it just there? Along there? Is there not already something there? That looks like there's something there. There's fields there of what looks like corn and then sunflowers. But apparently that's not owned by anybody. So I can just annihilate that, can I? Or I could put it here. But there is a bit of a distance to the market, but it is nearer my house. And do you know what? The market is either going from there to there or from there to there. There's not that much difference. Let's put it opposite here. Let's put it near my house, shall we? Can we tuck it into that corner? So we might be able to build something else on this side if we ever get the chance. So let's put it there. We'll drop it just there. That can be our little croft. It's going to cost 1,760 of our 2,500 gold. That's quite expensive, but okay. And there it is. So our first building is underway. Because we're in slow-mo, it looks like it's paused, but stuff is happening. That is growing ever so slightly. It does kind of rise out of the ground slightly majestically, but there we go. Now, spacebar does an interesting thing to show you the sort of the village areas and the town areas. So if you press space, it draws lines on the roads to show you where you are, and then it also gives you the names of everything and everybody. So you can see all these people. So that person there is called Rupert. This is a transporter called Aaron. Here is a cemetery called Mouldering Grave, which is lovely. There is a robber camp. That is what you build, whereas we've just built that croft. If you choose to go down the rogue path, I believe a robber camp is the first thing you build as a rogue. So yeah, there are some robbers around then. Okay, there's some baddies. That's not overly encouraging. I think that's it, though. I can't see any other baddies. There's another farmer just there. Oh, we've set up shop right opposite another farmer. And they've called their farm Foul Fields. Okay, yeah, no one's going to go there. No one's going to go there. If you have a choice of buying some crops from either a place called Cupboard Crops or Foul Fields, you're going to go for Cupboard Crops, surely. But then what happens is if you go over to here, say, the road is a different colour because it's showing that this area belongs to this town just here, or this settlement. And then the same goes for over here. These are sort of bright blue. This place over here is a little bit sort of, purpley. This is very purpley. In the town is orange. The maybe here is very pink. That looks very good. I like a hot pink. So, it just shows you the different sort of areas of what belongs to what. Right, so we've just spent quite a bit of money. And now that is being constructed. While we wait for that, Bernard, let's just nip inside your house for a second, my good man. So this is what it looks like when you're inside a building. So Bernard is in here. He's just chilling out in his house. And what we can do is we can build things. So currently in Bernard's house, for some reason, I do not know why, Bernard, you have decided to accumulate yourself a pile of cloth, some rock lilies, some jasmine, some wild roses, and some buckets of water. And we can use these things to make these things down here. So what we want to do is we'll make some stuff. Whilst that thing is being constructed, we shall make some stuff in our house. So we'll firstly make some flannels. We'll put time on to maybe a relatively slow speed. So this blue bar ticks up across the top, and we're using 1 bucket of water and 1 load of cloth to make ourselves a flannel. And we want flannels because we use flannels to keep ourselves clean, because we are a smelly peasant. We need to have a wash, and that's what we do. Yet we haven't got a bath. We can't go and jump in the river, so we have to use these flannels. So we've got, 4 at the minute. So let's get 5. So 5, right, stop making flannels, and then we shall put the flannels on us. We'll carry the flannels round ourselves, because why wouldn't we want to do that? So then, when we're walking around, we can have a quick wash. If we want to impress somebody, we can have a quick little wash. It makes us slightly less odorous, and I guess it gives us increased chances of talking to people and they don't think we smell, so that's good. And another thing we want to do is let's make some bouquets of flowers. Let's grab these and we'll make some bouquets of flowers. We'll carry around those with us as well, because at some point we might want to try and woo somebody, because we need to create a dynasty. And we cannot do that on our own. That's not how it works. So we want to go and, essentially chat people up and woo people with our majesty and wit and maybe our beard. So we want to have something to offer them to maybe show that we're lovely and thoughtful. So now we have 5 bouquets of flowers. So we can carry those as well. So we'll take some flowers round with us as well. It's a bit weird that we just carry around some flannels and some flowers. I mean, where do we put 5 bouquets of flowers? Do we just stick them down our trousers? I don't really know, but whatever. He can carry up to 20. He can carry up to 20 bouquets of flowers and just wander around and not look really, really weird. But there we go. So we've got some flowers just in case we want to go and do all that stuff. So now you can come out of your house, Bernard. Let's go over here and look at what's going on with your croft. Oh, look at it rising majestically from the floor. It's a little bit odd, but do you know what? It's finished. It is done. A new building has been finished. Okay, right, Bernard, immediately post-haste go into the croft. So this is the croft. It looks very different. It looks very similar to the house, but you've got different options to build. And we have a bit of storage, and we've got a shop front as well. So what we want to do now is, I want to start producing some stuff. We need to produce some stuff to sell. We've got 740 money. We want to get ourselves some more money. We want to get more money. We can buy titles. We can buy bigger buildings. We can buy more skills. So let's start off by sending Bernard off to get some water. Let's send Bernard off. That did not go according to plan. Early access, everybody. Bernard, go and grab some water. So that basically says to Bernard, go and get water. Now, where is the well? I don't know where the nearest well is. There it is. That looks like a well. Is that a well? No, there's a well. There's a well. That is not a well. That's like a grain store of some description. So there's the well. It's not actually that far away. It's not too far away at all. It's beside the lovely church, which does look very, very nice. Can we go in the church? Well, we can, but it doesn't show us anything. Okay, I don't know if it opened the doors and we could look in. But yeah, it looks very, very lovely. Apart from the slightly terrifying statues at the front. Don't blink. No, nobody blink. Okay, so Bernard will run off to here and grab some water. So now in the meantime, this place isn't doing anything. What we can do is we can get minions, we can hire employees. So I think this would be a good idea. Let's hire a person So a new employee will cost us 100. So an annual salary of 100. Now, do we pay that now or do we pay that sort of as the year goes on? Right, we pay it right now. So they get their annual salary up front. Crikey, okay. All right, now you're called Farley. So the person we've employed is called Farley, and Farley might well at some point produce barley. It'd be Farley's barley. Lovely. Okay, so you, at the minute, will set you to make some wheat. So we're going to go out and plant some wheat. Now, currently we can't do that. Farley cannot do that because Farley needs water. We've got no water in here. What we do have, weird enough, Bernard has decided, because he can't carry the water, he's only got 2 carrying slots. So he's put his flannels and his flowers in the croft for now while he goes to get the water. Oh, okay, there you go. Do you know what we might as well do, actually? Let's set both of you guys. So Bernard's run off, Farley can run off, grab a massive load of water, because we need water for everything. To make wheat, we need 1 water, and to make barley, which is a little bit more thirsty, we need 2. So we might as well just get everybody running off to get a load of water. Now, as you can see, when you're in slow-mo, it really is in slow-mo. That's very funny. Duh, 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 duh. Yeah, it's going quite slow. So let's maybe move time on a little bit. Let's put it on normal speed. So these two are going to have a little race off to, I think, Farley might... Are you going to win, Farley? He looks like he might be getting ever so slightly closer to Bernard. But now they go to the well. They jump in. This is unexpected. They jump in the well, which I don't know if that's how wells are supposed to work. But whatever the case, they're going to grab a load of stuff, a load of water, and then they're going to bring it back here. And then we can start growing some crops. I like the fact they've just jumped in the well. I don't think that's how you're supposed to do it, lads, but okie doke, right, that's what you've done. It is lovely how all this other stuff just carries on. It just goes on around the place. Just, life just happens as other transporters moving stuff around. Lynette, she's just going for a little stroll. What do you do, Lynette? You're 32 and you're just going for a stroll. You're single from Maidstone. You're a commoner and you're going for a wander. Okay, so while they grab that, let's put it back to normal. Not normal, at half speed. That seems to make more sense. Let's have a look over here at the skills tree, because this is kind of important. So we've got ourselves the different skills that we had, that we saw at the start. So this is what we've gone down, agriculture. We've got handicraft. You can, if you want to, just go down these routes as well. You could become a jack of every trade. So we could go down the handicraft route, could go down herbalism, we could go down rogue. What's ambitious? I don't know what that does. Oh, we need a higher title for that. So this bit down the left is what we're aiming for first, because ideally we want to upgrade to this. We want to upgrade to agriculture level 2. And that only costs 650 gold. However, it also has a requirement of being a commoner. At the minute, we're not a commoner. We're not even a commoner. We're lower than common riffraff. We are just a serf. That's what we are. So all we can have is a flannel and a bucket of water and some flowers. And all we can do is kiss people on the cheek and sweet talk them and brag about our achievements, which isn't great, is it? So we want to save up 1,500 monies in order to claim the title of a commoner. Oh yes, we're going to become common, everybody. It means we can have another business as well, because we can only have one right now. So when we become a commoner, we can have another business, and we get all those extra things as well. But yeah, we need 1,500 money first, and we're not getting anything right now. We're not getting anything. So the idea is 1,500 money to become a commoner, and then 650 money to unlock agriculture level 2, which gives us access to cattle and pigs. And then we start getting into some serious stuff, and then it branches out. So you can carry on doing agriculture to get some more stuff. You can get horses and all that kind of stuff down there. This takes you on to butchery, and then butchery leads on to hospitality, which I love the idea of. I love the idea of this. We can make mead. We can make mead and have strong beer and roast beef in a tavern. It sounds great. Or go down this route and have a miller's trade where we can build ourselves a windmill and we can build bakeries and all that kind of stuff. We have nice things in the bakeries. What's that? Small cake of joy? We might have to try and make ourselves a small cake of joy as well, because they sound like a wonderful thing. But you can make gingerbread and cream cakes and all that kind of stuff. But we can't do anything right now because we've got no money. So let's have a look what's going on. We've got water in there now. So Farley, stop grabbing water. You come back. So Farley is making his way back. Right, let's just move time on a little bit quicker, shall we? So move time on a tiny bit quicker. Farley is in. Right, slow time down again. Farley, start working on... Oh no, I've put that on Bernard. You know what? For the minute, you can both make wheat. We've got loads and loads of stuff in there. So you can both go and work on wheat. Let's just make sure Bernard comes back and actually gets working on wheat. Does he want to do that? Yes, right, okay. So now we're making wheat. And this is where we're going to make all of our money. We're going to make so much money from selling wheat. So we're gathering wheat in our storage. We've also chucked some into the... what was that? I waited a long time for this. Oh, the city council has decided to refund you 6 gold out of your overpaid taxes. Finally. Oh, 6 gold. What shall we do with these countless riches? And a good opportunity for far trade has emerged. I don't think we can do anything with it because we've not got enough money right now. So we've got ourselves a shop front where people can come in and they can buy the stuff from us directly. So we're going to, it's going to go for 8. So someone comes into the shop, we sell some wheat for 8 gold, which is lovely. And we can keep loading that in. That's fine. What we want to do is we want to send somebody off to the market. We want to have a little transporter. At the minute, we haven't got any. So we want to do this. We shall hire another employee for 100 monies. And we've got Gwendolyn. Okay, right. Hold. Oh, no, not pause. Hold fire a minute, Gwendolyn. We need to do this. So we need to create ourselves a trade route. So let's start at... well, if we go to... Yeah, Maidstone is our nearest market. Because we're in Maidstone. So how about when we're there, we unload wheat. Unload, let's say 10 to start with. Unload 10 wheat. And then we shall add a new trade route location. So we want you to come back. We want to come to our place. Is our place at the top? Yeah, cupboard crops. Come back to cupboard crops and load up 10 wheat. Do you see what I'm doing there? They've gone purple. Because they're not matching in numbers. Okay, right. Oh, marvellous. There you go. It tells you when you've done it sort of wrong. Okay, fine. So... go and sell 10, come back, pick up 10, go and sell 10, pick up 10, go on forever and make us lots of lovely money. Or you can change it. You can change the name. Hang on. We don't want to call it New Route. Let's call it Wheaty... Oh, you can't. Oh, no, you can press space up there. Oh, I see. Wheaty Market. Wheaty Market. That'll do. Tick that and save. And now you, Gwendolyn, go down and have this trade route assigned to you of Wheaty Market. So you're going to take that to the market, sell some, come back, pick some up. I assume you're going to sell all the stuff you've got, Gwendolyn, because you do seem to pick up all the wheat we had, which is a bit annoying, but never mind. And now we are going to run out of water at some point, but right now we're looking okay. Is that Gwendolyn? Oh, yes, Gwendolyn. Well done. Look at you running there, running to the market. Good job. Hang on. Is this a competitor? The Scythe and Flail have set up next door. I kind of had my eyes on setting up something up there. That's why I left a gap. You swine bags. Right, okay, so they've set up next door. That is another farm. We've got 3 crofts in close succession. So this is a competitor. Okay, fine. So we have a competitor. Right, are we making any money? Has Gwendolyn even made it to the thing yet? Right, you're Gwendolyn. Right, you're running that way. You're only 15 years old. Crikey, Gwendolyn. Okay, yes, you're 15. How old's Farley? Farley, how old are you? You're 16. Oh my goodness me. So Bernard starts at 18. Wow. Okay, right. You're very young to have a business, but do you know what? Well done, you lot. Okay, so now we just need her to run over here. Let's just speed time on to normal. Let's see how much money we make out of going to the market. Let's have a little look. So 546, 606. So we made 60 gold. Why are you purple? Why are you purple? What have you been eating? Everybody stand clear. This man has had something unpleasant for lunch, and he's certainly. Oh no, Catherine. Oh, I apologise. Catherine. This madam, this lady's had something for lunch, and she is not afraid to let people know about it. Purple. What does that mean? That can't just mean they smell. That's a little bit too toxic for that. Is there some sort of stats thing? What's that? That looks purple. Oh, it means they're ill. Oh, so purple cloud is sickness. So she's got the flu. So she has the flu, and she's going to have the flu for 11 minutes and 40 more seconds. Okay, that's unpleasant. Can we stay away from her, please? That'll be good. Oh, and look, somebody has adopted the horrifying skull thing for their family crest. You guys, what are you doing? You odd man, what are you? Oh, you're a robber. Oh, okay, lovely. And yes, the robbers, they have these very unsubtle things. So this robber here is just sort of larking about, hoping to distract you, and then he'll jump on you when you walk by. This person here has set up this little, I mean, it's supposed to look inconspicuous, but the fact that it's just in the middle of a path makes it look very odd. This little sort of trap here. So this person, whoever you are, who are you behind there? What's your name? Caroline has set up this... It's slightly silly looking trap with a barrel, some boxes and some shrubs. And then I assume, now is she going to pounce on this guy as he goes by? Let's watch, shall we? Are you going to jump on him? No, you're just going to sort of watch him as he goes by. You're a terrible robber. You're supposed to do robbing, aren't you? Is that not your job? But okay, right, so they've set up shop over there. I do think that's quite funny. They've just set up shop over there. Oh, then she's finished. She's finished there. Okay, right, so she got a little bit bored and she thought, do you know what? I'm done setting up over here. I'm going to go and do some robbing somewhere else. I think we should take a look at what they're actually doing on the farm. So let's go down here. So Farley, I don't really know what you're doing, Farley. You're sort of, I don't really know what you are doing. There's a pile of stuff here and then you're just sort of... sort of wiggling your arms in the air. Is this some sort of Pilates? Is it yoga session? Is that what you're doing? I don't know what this is. That is very odd indeed. I was expecting to have beautiful fields of wheat and corn and crops, but no, we seem to be just sort of picking it up of stuff that's fallen out of this little sort of cart here. And Bernard's over here, just sort of picking stuff out of the corner of this croft. That's all a little bit weird. I wanted a beautiful field like this. A lovely field with hedges and nice crops, maybe insects flying over it and bees and things. But no, that clearly is not the case. That's not what happens. Instead, they just do these sort of really weird poses. Okay, right, marvellous. Uh-oh, it's medieval times and we've got 666 money. Surely the sign of the beast is a bad sign. Quickly, go and buy something. Go buy something. I think Gwendolyn is on her way back to the market. So if we can, let's speed time on to normal. Let's see if Gwendolyn gets to the market and then increases our money so we do not have the money of the beast. So, okay, there is a bell tolling. I think that's it. And we've got 726 money. Right, lovely. Now, I think that bell means it gets to 10 o'clock. I think that's when everyone stops working, or my staff stop working anyway. I think they just clear off. They clear off and go away for a bit. They go home and, live their lives. I think Bernard carries on working. I think Bernard keeps on doing stuff. Now this is a problem. We have ran out of water. So we've got a supply of wheat, but we've ran out of water. What I'd like one person to be getting water constantly and one person to be getting wheat. The only thing is, I've only got 2 people and I want Bernard to go and do some other stuff. Bernard's going to have to go and, woo some people and do some smooth talking shortly. So he can't be in here all the time. But we've got 2 out of 2 workers. What you can do is there are add-ons that you can buy for your building. And one of them down the bottom is workers. So for 150 gold... and we've made a little bit. Let's invest that on getting an extra worker. Yes, please. Also, I just saw this at the top. Disease protection. Seeing as that person was giving off like horrendous purple gases, maybe some disease protection might be a good thing. It only costs 150 gold. So yeah, let's get that as well. Let's unlock disease protection level 1. It looks like it goes up to some more. I don't know how we get level 2 and level 3 or whatever. But yeah, that's quite a good thing. That's probably a wise investment. I don't want people to get, the pox and all that kind of stuff. So, okay. Now we want to get another person. So go to add-ons. Let's hire another employee for 100. Baldwin. What a brilliant name. Right, Baldwin, your job is to just go and get water. But of course, it's night time and you've not started right now. It's fine. Baldwin has just sort of turned up for work 10:15 at night. Don't worry, Baldwin. It's fine. Go home. Go home to your family. Are you actually going to go and get water, Baldwin? Are you going to go and jump down a well at 10:30 at night? Don't tell me you're going to go and do that now, Baldwin. That would be ill-advisable. Do not do it. Baldwin. Baldwin. Yeah, but he's jumped down a well. Okay, fine. Fine. Okay, hopefully you don't get lost. He's vanished. I know he still is in the well. He's still in the well. What's that, lassie? Baldwin's jumped into the well and he can't get out. Okay, so he's in there getting water, which is lovely. And they're going to bring it back to here and we can turn that into lovely wheat. Because at the minute, we can't do anything. Our people here are just stood about not doing anything. In fact, do you know what? For now, let's set Farley on water as well. Let's go and stock up on water. We've got a lot of capacity. Do you know what? Actually, everybody, go get lots of water. Ah, now here we go. Summer has rolled round. So each season is 4 years. Hang on a minute. Hang on. There's a death thing there. A dynasty has been destroyed. Oh. Oh my goodness. Who? Ambler. The Ambler dynasty is destroyed. The last members of the last household are leaving the area forever. It is up to you whether you want to raise your glass in triumph or if you feel sorry for them. Well, I feel a bit sorry for them, to be honest. That's a sad thing. I'm not going to gloat over somebody else's loss. Okay, now this could be a problem. This could be an issue. Sigmund, the robber, has set up his little robbery... Let's be honest, it's a rubbish trap, but a little robbery trap just here. This guard surely must be alert to the fact that that is an obvious trap. Come on. It is the least conspicuous thing you could imagine. Oh, hello there. You hiding behind a load of boxes. Yes. Why? No reason. I'm looking at them very closely. I'm admiring the very, very fine barrel making. I mean, what guards? Arrest this man. Right, so Bernard is coming back. He has to go right past the robber. I don't like that. Literally, our way in is here and the robber is just there. Surely that is going to end in some trouble. That is going to end in trouble, isn't it? Right, okay, how much water have we got in? 40. Okay, maybe we'll leave it. Right, so it can go quite quick. You can put the game on to 4 speed, which is about the maximum it can go. But yeah, that does move things on. Oh, good, he's gone. Oh, good. Sigmund has decided to leave. Marvellous. Okay, that's good. Someone has praised me. Caitlin Pedler praised Bernard Cupboard in public. Why? Who are you, Caitlin or Caitlin Pedler? Who are you? Why do you care about me? Oh, that's interesting. Maybe she could be our romantic conquest there. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, there's a fight. There's a fight going on. Oh, look at this. Hang on, who's in the fight? Rosalind and you. And then Gabrielle's just stood there watching. Right, guards, there is a fight. Worry not. The guards will save you. Oh, the guard... the guard... Did the guard just take them both down? That is a little bit weird. That's a robber. And that was... Who are you? That you're presumably dead, Rosalind. Rosalind... Oh, Rosalind isn't dead. What's that mean? Dizzy. I'd say, yeah, you're pretty much out for the count there. So, yeah, you got by a robber. But it did look like the guard bashed the wrong person in the head. But okay. Right, there goes Gwendolyn. This is good. So she's going to go 326, 386. Right, we'll make 60 every time. So how about... We've got loads and loads and loads of water. They're grabbing loads of water. So now let's stop Farley, and Farley can do some wheat. Farley can go and make wheat. And do you know what? Stop Bernard. Bernard can also come back and make some wheat. And then why don't we, in order to just bump our money up a little bit, why don't we adjust the wheaty market route and sell 15 each time? Let's do that. That just gives a little bit more money. So yes, go to wheaty market route, please. And we'll see how we do with that. So yeah, Bernard's back. We've got 2 people making the wheat. We've got lots of it to sell. She's got some on the thing. We've got lots of water. Baldwin is bringing water back. It's all looking good. It looks like we make 90 each trip now, which is marvellous news. So yeah, let's watch. So Gwendolyn goes up. 580. Yeah, so we make 90 per trip, which is very, very nice indeed. Now, how much did we need to... what was that? You are respected. Oh, go me. You gave a poor girl in the Maidstone district of London a piece of dry bread. I am certainly a hero. I am a hero of the medieval time. And the next day, the whole district knew of your charity. Perhaps you should distribute bread to the poor more often. I would love to. I don't know how I did that, but I would love to do that more if it meant that people came to me and bought my stuff more. But, okay, that's good. I'm a nice person. So, yeah, 670 money. Now, what did we need? 1,500 to become a commoner. Crikey, that is some go. We're not even halfway there. Okay, would we get there by the end of the day? I don't know. How much wheat have we got? 60 and 40. We've got quite a lot of wheat. We're making a lot of wheat. Why don't we just bump that up to 20? Let's just increase how much stuff we pick up. Because Bernard is very, very... Oh, Bernard's carrying loads of water around with him. Bernard, let go of the water. Put the water in here. And do you know what, actually, Bernard? Take your flannels and take your take your bouquets of flowers back. Put them in your hands. You carry them round whilst you're sowing wheat. So we've got 60. Yeah, we've got almost 120. We've got almost 120 wheat in there and a little bit in the front store. And we're still making loads. 120 water. We're going to be fine. So let's go. Right, so where's Gwendolyn? Gwendolyn's there. Okay, speed time on. How much am I doing right now? 120. Okay, I'm happier with that. So now, let's just leave it until Gwendolyn has transported enough crops over to the market for us to get 1,500 monies. Oh no, let's not do that because we've got to level up. Who's leveled up? This is very good. So as well as us leveling up, all our people level up. And it's Gwendolyn. So Gwendolyn is the first one to level up. Okay, so when you level up, you just get a point of one of these. You get to add one to your attributes. How about we add a point to your strength? The stronger the character and the more endurance they have, given that you're a transporter, it's probably good that you've got quite a bit of endurance. Well done, Gwendolyn. Oh, I'm quite proud. Well done, Gwendolyn. Good job. Right, now we shall sit back and wait until we've got 1,500 gold. Ah, no, and Farley and Bernard have levelled up as well. Okay, right, Farley, let's give you a point of strength because you're toiling in yonder field, so we'll do that. And then Bernard. What do you want to do with you, Bernard? I'm thinking we give you a point of charisma because soon we are going to be going out and trying to find someone to woo and marry and all that kind of stuff. Charisma is going to be useful with that. I mean, he already looks like he's full of charisma, to be fair. He looks like a very charismatic man. Let's make him even more irresistible. There we go. Oh, hang on a minute. Something bad has just happened over here. What happened there? Was that Gwendolyn? I think Gwendolyn got robbed. I think someone was trying to rob Gwendolyn. And then the guard came in and beat up Graham. Beat up Graham the robber. But yeah, it says up here, you won the fight. Okay, well that's good. But can you carry on and go and do your trading? Because I think we might have missed it now. We've got 1,448, which is just ever so slightly shy of what we needed. Persistent rain is causing floods. That's probably not very good. Yeah, Gwendolyn, get back on that route, would you please? There we go. Right, so when they get interrupted, we have to then poke them back onto that route. Okay, now is this going to give us just enough money? The market must be shut by now. Yeah, I guess the market's closed, so she couldn't do anything. Okay, never mind. Right, we'll move it on to... Oh, I was going to say we'll move it on to the morning, but it's already going to happen. So another 4 years have gone by. 4 years have gone by. Bernard is not getting any younger. He's now 25. So we need to start thinking about finding someone for Bernard to woo and marry sooner rather than later. Okay, it's gone 5 a.m. Everybody is reported back for work. This is very good. Right, Gwendolyn is delivering the next lot of crops over to the market. And I think we've got 1,507. I want to have a little bit of a buffer. If we get the next lot in, if we get over 100 for that. Right, marvellous. Okay, right. Slow time down. Slow-mo. Something's being built just here. What is that? A bakehouse. Ah, that's interesting. A little bakehouse is being constructed. And there are mills. Maybe that is who is buying all of our stuff. That's quite encouraging. So that's quite nice. They'll keep buying it, which is very, very useful. Okay, now we're going to do something important. Bernard, no longer are you going to be a lowly serf. You can elevate yourself to the glorious title of commoner. Hooray! We've become common. How marvellous. So we can have 2 businesses. What else can we do? We can drive our workers, which sounds nice. We can distract a guard, which sounds slightly less nice. We can donate to the church, which gets us some... What's that? We get us some influence. That's nice. We can denounce someone or we can praise somebody. Okay. So now the next big thing we'll do is get 650 gold to upgrade our agriculture. I think what we'll do is we're at a good point to leave it for now, but we are going to come back to the Guild 3. I like this. I don't know really kind of what happens after this bit. The tutorial led me to do this and then kind of went, no, there you go. And it gave us some weird tasks that I couldn't quite work out how to do. So I think this is as far as I got in the tutorial. We're going to come back and do some more because I am intrigued as to how this game develops. And the big thing next time for Bernard is romance. We need to go and find somebody who Bernard can befriend and woo and smooch, and then eventually marry, and then take back to his little hovel just there, his little farmhouse. And then I don't know what they do to get a child. They contact the stork, I think. The stork comes along, delivers a baby, and then the dynasty can continue. Because the minute if something happens to Bernard, that's it. It's game over. Dynasty gone, game over, and that'll be a sad sort of thing. The cupboards will not have reached their true potential. So we need to get Bernard married off next time. So that's what we'll do as well. But yes, we should definitely be coming back to the Guild 3. Hopefully you have enjoyed this look at the Guild 3. If you have, and I really hope you have, then please do leave a like. That would be splendid indeed. And also, if you're not already, then please do subscribe in order to keep up to date with how Bernard Cupboard gets on in building his dynasty in the Guild 3. But for now, thank you very much for joining me in the Geek Cupboard, and I will see you next time. Oh no, not the piggy wigs. Want them to be healthy. Happy pigs, please. Raspberries, raspberries, raspberries everywhere. I went through and sold a load of turkeys as well, and they still come back. They're still coming back to haunt me. The soil moisture's going down. We need rain. We need rain. What's going